History would judge us by our actions, not our words. As a ninth grade history teacher, I taught my students the importance of learning from the triumphs and failures of the past. It is in those lessons and from those experiences that we can see not only where we've been, but better yet, where we need to go. You don't need a history teacher to see the mistakes of the last 7 years, because you've lived through it.
Disturbing new report about the state of Michigan's roads and bridges.
All that stands between me and I-75 right now is some rebar separating me from the ground below.
A chunk of concrete went flying right through a woman's windshield on 696.
Workers weren't checking on patients, mishandled prescriptions, and they didn't investigate allegations of abuse.
After Snyder's state government poisoned the whole city's water with lead, at least a dozen people died from the outbreak of Legionnaire's disease in Flint that happened after the water switch. He told them, quote, people have to die of something.
5 officials, including one in the governor's cabinet, are now charged with involuntary manslaughter.
Hate crimes are on the rise across the United States, especially here in Michigan.
The number of children living in poverty is staggering. That number is only growing.
Potential Wolverine worldwide dump sites has nearly doubled.
326,000. That's how many people Michigan's workforce has lost.
People in many Michigan communities are still struggling.
Our parents and grandparents didn't build our great state by setting the bar low and accepting the status quo. They pushed the boundaries, transforming the auto industry with next-generation cars, trucks, and supercars, building the world's longest suspension bridge at the time, and sending 10 Michigan astronauts into space. Along the way, there were people who stood in their way, who told them their ideas were impossible, did everything in their power to block their success. But when confronted with adversity, they didn't back down, and neither will we. Because the freedom to live and work toward the American dream, without fear of losing your job, is something that will truly make Michigan better. The future is too important to leave in the hands of an unaccountable accountant and a party that is more concerned with going backward than moving forward. The time has come. We must decide whether we're going to accept the status quo or if we're going to fight to preserve the progress of those who paved the way for us. That time is now. I'm Senator Jim Ananich. The progress of generations past can be slowed, but it can't be stopped. When your children and grandchildren ask you about your legacy, will you say you were part of the momentum that changed history?